Facebook. Here we go. Okay, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to our regularly scheduled Science Storytime with B. You might notice I'm in a different place than I normally am because, as you might have heard from your grown-ups, there's a lot of things happening in our world today. We're dealing with the virus, and we're also dealing with some police officers that aren't being very nice or fair to people that look different from me. So things were getting a little bit dangerous in Philadelphia, so luckily I was able to come to my parents' house, and we're going live from the library. But as you can see, I still got the antenna, still got the stripe, same old bee here. And today, we don't really have a theme for the week, but we're going to talk about how we can protect the earth. So if you're here and you're watching, write in our comments where you're watching from. And I'm lucky to have a real live on set producer, my mom, who we can't really see her hand, but she's waving. She's just on the floor. So if you have any questions that you'd like to ask, feel free to write them in the comments and my mom will be able to answer them or let me know that there is a question. So you might have read the Lorax. But today, we're not going to read the Lorax, we're going to read a companion book, which is called How to Help the Earth by the Lorax. The Lorax is a story of what happens when corporations get greedy and they take advantage of the earth. So today, instead of an experiment, I want to challenge you to pick one or two things out from this book, write which ones that you're going to want to do, and then let me know how it ends up going. So let's get started. Okay, is it showing up on Facebook? No.
I'm gonna do it on my phone.
Try just refreshing the page. Because I'm not seeing a preview here either. It says we're having trouble. But it looks like it's streaming.
Not available.
Okay, it should be going live. We'll find out. Okay. So, How to Help the Earth by the Lorax. Hello, I am the Lorax, and I speak for the trees, and the fish, and the birds, and I'm asking you, please, to help out the earth. I am counting on you. Together, I know there's a lot that we can do. And especially when we're feeling scared about things that are happening on the earth, we know that there are small things that we can do. It might not feel like enough, but when enough of us do enough small things, it really does make a difference. Oh, and our friends just commented on Facebook that it is live and working. So hello. Thanks for joining us. First, I have a question and I need to ask it. Do you know where the trash goes? That's in your waste basket? I'm not sure if I ever thought about it. I bet the Lorax is going to tell us all about it, though. It goes out to the curb, then a dump truck comes by, heaped with big piles of trash that are smelly and high. And our people that are working with the trash trucks are extra brave, and they're wearing masks, and they're still taking our garbage away. Could you imagine how smelly our streets would be if they stopped picking up our trash? Some days after that, these big piles of trash will be buried or dumped in a giant landfill. Some of the garbage that's dumped there will rot, but most of the garbage that's dumped there will not. A lot of the things that we love to eat and use are made with plastic, and plastic doesn't go away. So we need to try and buy more things that are green friendly. Usually it's got a green arrow on it. Some cities burn trash, but this trash solution creates lots of smoke, which creates air pollution. The good news, things don't have to go on this way. We can reduce trash, and we can start right away. And again, if anyone has any questions or any good ideas that they want to try, you can write it in the comments, and my mom is my co-producer today, and she'll answer it for you. Take your lunch in a bag, but don't throw it away. Use the bag or lunchbox again the next day. And I've seen pictures. Some of you have got some really cool lunch boxes. Use both sides of your paper, and I have no doubt there will be much less paper for you to throw out. When you've read magazines and you no longer need them, pass them to your friends so they'll get to read them. And one of my favorite things to do with magazines is keep them, and I like to make collages. That means I cut out pictures and make something new out of it. And that's an important part of recycling. It's called reusing. Rather than tossing your old clothes, toys, and shoes, donate them. There's things that other people can use. And when we donate clothes, that means people who might not be able to buy brand new things can buy our things, and they're new to them. It's also fun to go thrift shopping and see what everybody else's treasures are. Put used soda cans in a recycling bin, rinse them out when they're empty, and throw them right in. Sometimes I forget, but I need to do a better job at rinsing out my cans first. They'll be made into new cans. This can I have here is made from old cans I recycled last year. Wow, that's so cool. So that can that you've got could be pretty old. Could be made of cans that have been around for a long time. Paper clips, rubber bands, buttons, and screws are things you will find that are easy to reuse. Put these things in a drawer so they're all in one place, and they'll be easy to find and they won't take up much space. I tend to only find these things when I'm not looking for them, and when I need them, I have no idea where they are. So maybe I'll make a drawer with all of them, just like this little guy. When dead batteries are dumped, this fact I have found, the chemicals in them leak into the ground. Use rechargeable batteries, charge them, and then when they run out of power, just charge them again. And there are ways to recycle batteries, but you have to take them to a special place. So when you're all done using batteries, keep them in one place so your grown-ups can take them to the proper battery recycling area. In helping the earth, you can take it from me. We need to find ways to use less energy. Energy powers cars. It creates heat and light made from gas, coal, and oil. We burn day and night. These are natural resources, and there is a limit to how much of them our whole earth has within it. We need to use less, and I just have to say that there are ways to use less energy every day. The Lorax has a lot of great tips for us. When you leave a room, stop and turn off the light. Be sure to turn off your computer or tablet at night. When it's cold, wear a sweatshirt and take the time, please, to turn down the heat just a couple of degrees. And now that it's summer, maybe that means take your sweatshirt off, and then you could save the air conditioning a little bit. When you're doing your homework or starting to read, sunlight through a window may be all that you need. For me, the sunlight's a little bright, so I had to shut the windows here, but it is a beautiful day that we'll enjoy some sunlight soon. Animals and plants, all things that are alive, need to have water. It's how we survive. So water is something we need to save too. There are ways we can save it, and I'll show you a few. What a pretty landscape that the Lorax has found himself in. Let's see how we can save the water. When you get up each morning and stand at the sink and start brushing your teeth, take a moment to think. A lot of clean water is actually going to waste while you reach for your toothbrush and squeeze on the toothpaste. Just those few seconds of water counts. Because remember, even if it feels like just a little bit for us, if everybody does it, that's a whole lot of water. I also like her pajamas. Did you notice that? With a bunch of trees on them. Right down the drain, this clean water is going, so turn off the faucet to keep it from flowing. And that's an easy one that everyone can do. Spend less time in the shower and you'll still get clean. Try a 4-minute shower. You'll see what I mean. This one's a little harder for me. I like to take a nice shower that's kind of long, but in the summer, I like it nice and cold. It's so refreshing. To help out the earth, please do something for me. Find a place that's near you and then go plant a tree. Trees provide shelter and oxygen too, so plant lots of trees. It's what I always do. And remember, oxygen is a gas that we find in the air that we breathe. It's all around us and it helps us to feel a lot healthier and better. And it gets into our blood from our heart, if you remember that from our body unit. If we work together, the earth will get better. The land will be clearer and the soil will be wetter. The sun will shine brighter and the trees will grow greener. The sky will be bluer and the air will be cleaner. And just like this, if we all work together to do what is right and treat people nicely and we all treat people fairly, then we can just one by one change the way that people are treated. And next time I speak for the trees, fish, and birds, I know in my heart I'll need only 2 words. For all that you've done and for all that you will do, I'm the Lorax, and I will say a great big thank you. So hopefully the next time that you think of all the things you can do, the Lorax won't have to remind you, he'll just be able to say thanks. So since we finished that book pretty quickly, I have another book that I have digitally that we're gonna share. And it's called Pete the Cat and the Supercool Science Fair. We talked about reusing supplies that you have around the house, and Pete has some really good ideas for how we can do that. If you're joining us on Instagram and you want to see the pictures, tune into my Facebook page, which is linked in the bio. So now we're just going to share that. Excellent. And I'll scooch over. Okay. Here we go. Okay, Pete the Cat and the Supercool Science Fair. This is my cousin's favorite character, Pete the Cat. Okay, here we go. Brought to you by Kindle Books. Pete cannot wait for Friday. His school is having a science fair. Wow. Looks like we're going to have to get this window a little bit smaller to fit on my screen. There we go. That looks great. Okay. Pete has never been a scientist, so now he can try it out. He doesn't know that we're all born scientists. We could all be scientists pretty easily. Pete's teacher tells the students that they will do experiments in groups. Pete is in a group with Callie, Gus, and Squirrel. Our experiment is gonna be groovy, says Pete. What should we do? Let's build a mini submarine, says Callie. Or grow a giant tree, says Squirrel. Or invent an invisible guitar, says Pete. Why don't we build a volcano, asked Gus. Whoa, they all said volcanoes are awesome. The group plans the experiment at Pete's house. His mom brings them snacks. Would any scientist like a cookie? She asks. They all raise their hands. The cookies are warm and gooey. Even scientists like cookies. The scientists check the big book of experiments for materials. They need glue, water, newspaper, paint, and a plastic bottle for the volcano. They need vinegar, baking soda, liquid dish soap, and a secret ingredient for the lava. I wonder what the secret ingredient is. Pete and Gus mix the glue and water. Squirrel and Callie tear up the newspaper into strips. Hey, we could reuse our magazines that we're done reading, just like the Lorax suggested. They cover the plastic bottle with glue and paper. It looks like a sticky white volcano. Oh no. The paint in the brown bottle is blue. What are we gonna do? Asked Callie. They can't find brown paint anywhere. That's pretty cool, says Pete. Maybe it's okay that we have a blue volcano. I bet we'll be the only group with a blue volcano, says Squirrel. Let's test the lava so we know that the volcano will erupt at the science fair, Pete says. Gus pours baking soda and liquid dish soap into the volcano and Callie adds vinegar. Nothing happens at first. All of a sudden, a lot of lava starts coming out. Super cool, says Callie. The team high fives each other, but the lava is still coming out. It's a huge mess. Uh-oh, Mom is not gonna be happy, says Pete. At least the scientists are ready for the fair on Friday. Oh man, we need to make sure that we're always doing science in a place that our grown-ups say it's okay to make a mess in. When Pete and his team arrive at the fair, they see all the other groovy experiments. They all look awesome. Grumpy Toad and Octopus grew rock candy in a jar. Emma and Marty made slime. We don't stand a chance, says Gus. Don't worry, we have the secret ingredient, says Pete. At the science fair, Pete's teacher loves the blue volcano. Wait till you see it erupt, says Pete. The whole class watches Callie pour vinegar into the volcano. And do you notice that they're all wearing something on their face? They're all wearing goggles to protect their eyes because our eyes are, even though they're very strong, they're very fragile. So they kind of hurt if just something little gets in it. So it's always good to wear protective goggles. A second later, glitter lava gushes out. Glitter was the secret ingredient all along. I should have known. I love glitter. Everyone cheers. The scientists cheer the loudest. Science experiments are hard work, says Pete, but being on an awesome team makes them a whole lot easier. And here are all the scientists collecting their prize, the coolest experiment at the Science Fair Award. Wow, that's so cool. If you've ever done a science experiment, I would love to hear about it. So, before we sign off for the day, I want to wish everybody a safe weekend. I hope if you're going out to protest that you do it safely with your grown-ups, or if you're staying inside, you can find a way to make a difference. Remember, we can just do a little bit each at a time. We can be nice to our friends, we can recycle things, and we could talk to our family about what's going on because our grown-ups can help us feel a little bit better about things. So now, for those of you who like to watch, it's time for our goodbye song. Already? Oh my goodness. Well, that's it. But if you learned something new today, if you came up with a new way that you're going to save the earth or be nice to your friends or the planet, then you can leave it in a comment below. Also, if you enjoyed something new and you learned, feel free to donate to my PayPal or my Venmo. You can find the link on my Facebook page. It is not expected, but it is appreciated for this laid off educator. So, without further ado, time for our goodbye song. So long, farewell to you, my friends. Goodbye for now until we meet again. So long, farewell to you, my friends. Goodbye for now until we meet again. It's been great to play and read together in the hive, but now it's time to say goodbye. So long, farewell to you, my friends. Goodbye for now until we meet again. Bye, everybody. Have a safe weekend. See you on Monday. And don't forget that Black Lives Matter. Have a great weekend.